and the fur.
Yes.
I shot that earlier. That's what we're saying.
No, we're not.
Oh, okay. So, it's been, it's the right weather for it.
It is.
And this is how it's done.
If you wouldn't mind just telling us a little bit about how you actually put them together, how the cutting works, and just how the whole thing's come together, really.
Okay, you have a pattern. This is our hard pattern template for drawing on the fur, like I showed you this photo. So with fur, you mark the back of the fur. So it's very useful to have a stiff card because you can just run a marker pen all the way around. And then you cut the fur from the wrong side. It reduces the amount of shedding, keeps the hair nice and long. You don't get those nasty cut marks that you see when you do when you work with fur, especially if you use scissors. And then make sure the fur is going in the right direction for each piece, remembering to turn it one way and then the other way. Hence, I have fur A and fur B, and each hood needs an A and a B. Otherwise, if I get two A's, it's like it'll be dancing with left feet. So, the paper versions are for working with fabric, and they get pinned onto the fabric and cut out and stitched. And you stitch halfway around the hood, which starts from the top of the head to the back of the neck. And then do that with both, because then you have to attach the inside to the outside, or the outside to the inside. And that's what takes the most time. Thank you. That's what takes the most time, because you have to get the fur inside. So you spend a lot of time doing that. As you'll see in a second as I start pinning. So, but they're great fun. I always like working with fur. I think it's quite forgiving if you work with it right. In the end, it'll hide horrible mistakes are hidden deep down in the pile, so you're safe. And your clients don't know, do they? So that's what we do. We have markers, our notches. This one hasn't got a notch. Fire. Who cut this one? That was me. Oh no, I do. If I have a notch on that side, I've got a notch on this side.
So what happens if you don't have a notch? How does that...
I have to put it up against the pattern and just put it in, because the markers show me that this little snip here, the notch, will match the notch on this, so that the garment's balanced. If you don't match the notches, this piece might end up here because this will stretch.
Right.
And then you'll end up with something that when you put it on will just do look like a bit of gaga. So what's happened is it got snipped, but it missed the snip on the top layer, got snipped but not the bottom. So that's my marker, that's my snip. I'm taking notes because I'm going to get you to do these.
Yes, he's not lying.
Not lying at all. I think it's very good. I just had an inquiry from somebody asking about making out a piece of Harris tweed into a skirt and jacket. Nice little suit she wanted. When I quoted her the price, she was like, oh. I said, go and buy a Vogue pattern and make it yourself if you used to sew, which she had said she did. So, and she said, I can't believe you're telling me to go and sew. And I went, well, because you've done it before, so you haven't forgotten. You know what you're doing. She's quite a mature woman by the sound of it. And I said, I recommend everybody go and sew.
Yeah.
So it was quite... oh. And send me a photo when you finish the suit.
Yeah.
That's my response. So here we go. As I go along, I have to tuck the fur in. So these are really time consuming. And I do that because if this was proper fur, and I was stitching two pieces together, that's how you do it. And you stitch really close. But I'm not. I'm stitching and giving it a decent seam allowance, as you can see, so it won't come apart because someone's been a bit excessive with it.
It's just those little touches right there that prove, you know, make the whole handmade thing stand out.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's always handmade. It's not mass produced. Definitely not. So that's what we do. And that's how you do it. Hope you're taking notes.
I am. And this is what it looks like when it's
When
done.
it's finished.
A beautiful hood. And then you can have it reversible. With the fur on the
Fur
outside, and as
outside.
you can see, the fur is all going in the right direction, which is
Glad you checked.
I did. It is. And also, a little thing that you should take note of with the handmade thing is how Andy matches up the design across,
You know why, don't you?
because that's in two pieces.
Because also it says Andy then.
Does it? Andy. A for Andy. But yeah, I mean, if you had mass-produced stuff,
It could be anywhere.
it would be anywhere. So you would have random bits of, but it meets nicely because he's
And we see
positioned the
the A.
fabric, yeah. And it's looking wonderful. And then we have our little label in there,
Hold so I can
which
do-
is really cute. Oh, zoom the label, zoom the label.
Whee!
And this is a bespoke order, which looks wonderful, with a little doe on the side. That's really special. I love that one. So yeah,
Yep.
the Hunter
And we
Hoods.
also have the first mini one.
Oh yeah,
Junior hood.
junior hood for the little boy. And he has white faux fur and what fabric is this called?
Hound's tooth.
Houndstooth. And
Again, attention to detail.
yeah.
Amazing.
And then the little, so he can reverse it if he likes, but I actually think it would look really cute this way with the fur coming out. So yeah, if you want your kids to have a hood, we're now doing little kiddie ones,
Juniors.
juniors.
Amazing.
Okay,
Good
You want to
fun.
sign off?
thank you for watching Dear Oh Dear TV. We'll be with you soon.
Choose Andy.
Oh, and thank you to Andy, wonderful Andy.
Buy the hoods.
Thank you.
Okay.
Me and Mary.